as we've been saying in the build-up, hugely impressive physical set piece. I mentioned the kicking game of Angus O'Brien, and it is the Dragons fullback that gets us underway at the Septeo Stadium for the right to take on Ulster in Bilbao in the final in a few weeks' time. Montpellier against the Dragons, this time with Anyanwu. He's having a good season, sparingly used, of course, in a squad this side, but he's taken his opportunities when they've arisen. Penalty advantage here for Montpellier. Straight through the middle, no mistake whatsoever, and that's a nice nerve-settling kick from Thomas Vincent. Solid scrum for the Dragons. Now then, lots of options here. The space opens up. Can they execute from close quarters? The pass intended for O'Brien didn't go to hand. It went to Banks instead, and Banks is back on the inside. They may not even see it here. The break for the line. They've gone the full length. Can they finish? Can they get it done? Auguste Cadeau. And in the blink of an eye, Montpellier turned defence into attack. And this surely will be checked upstairs. But that would be a hammer blow for the Dragons. They had the opportunity. The pass didn't go to hand. It was brilliantly picked off by Banks. And we will check to see if the man who scored a try in the quarter-final here against Connacht, Auguste Cadeau, has scored the opening try of the semi-final.
Incredible scenes here. Dragons on the front foot. Initially do really good work. Tunis De Beer goes through, but look how well Montpellier recover. Banks just in that passing line, in that passing channel. Good pace. Really good pace from Cadeau. He's getting chased all the way back by Rio Dyer.
Oh, now then.
Just having a look at the grounding. Rio Dyer gets back. Oh,
does he get his left arm in under there to pull that up just as Cadeau is crossing the try line?
This angle should give us confirmation.
First angle looks like the best off.
Ollie Hodges, by the way, is the TMO who's assisting Andrew Brace here. First, does he knock it on?
Yeah. No, I think he's still got it. Have a look at that angle again, a little bit slower.
Looks like held up there for first here, right? Take your time.
So he doesn't lose it. Oh, I'd say that's held up. It is very, very tight. I think because he dives early, I think that's held up. That's an awesome job by Rio Dyer if that's held up.
So it's held up, we've got goal line dropout, right? Okay.
No try. That is an incredible piece of defensive play from Rio Dyer. We know all about his wheels. He used every bit of his pace to get back there to deny the Montpellier try somehow against all the odds. And having failed to execute on their own ball and score a try, that'll feel like a massive, massive moment in the game for the Dragons.
Huge, huge. Defence is all about attitude. And his attitude there to get back, to chase what we thought would be a lost cause, never give up, turn him. What a defensive masterclass piece there from Rio Dyer.
So no try. But again, to go back to the positive from a Dragons point of view, they'll have taken great heart from the fact that they got in behind Montpellier, breached ranks. Again, they're on the defensive now immediately and perhaps feeling a little bit hard done by, rightly or wrongly. Montpellier come forward again now with Erdosio. The prop forward carries it into contact inside the Dragons 22. Melvin Rates playing scrum half. Width of the pitch here for Montpellier and Bernardet. A little bit of tempo arriving in the Montpellier game and they're using the full expanse. Taking Dragons through the phases, trying to punch holes and puncture that defensive rear guards. Going forward in the tackle, still there for Montpellier, straight in front of the post this time. Two-sided attack and Tyler De Good keeps them moving forward, seeing plenty of the ball now, and there's the first real gap in that Dragons rear guard, and it may well bring the first try, and it does. Dragons got themselves out of jail a few moments ago, but their defensive line was creaking, and it's been breached by Tyler de Good, the lock forward. First try of the semi-final to Montpellier.
You can see Montpellier just trying to play around and Incy, just trying to either make him bite in or drift out. This time, he's too late, he reacts too late. He should have come in, should have jammed in on Vincent. Then it's all about the offloading. It's such a high offloading team, partly because they win the collisions. Carries it so well, and then de Good, what a support line from him. They've been threatening with their physicality, but Nyron Owen does a superb job there, just trailing back and winning a penalty for his team.
Just took the eye off the ball. Dragons spill it at line-out time. It was of their own making, really. It wasn't a symptom of the pressure from Ryan Woodman. Now a little goose step, and that opens up the space inside. Cadeau, pass was loose. Half an hour of a little bit of trench warfare and set-piece dominated rugby, an arm wrestle of sorts. This is threatening to open up, and the Dragons half an opportunity again, and they might have further opportunity here. Well, that's gone loose, and they're on it. Lots to unpack for Andrew Brace here. Have the Dragons managed somehow to find a try here?
Wow.
Yeah.
Tom Banks seems unhappy about something.
We leave the ball's grounding. We just want to check whether Montpellier grounded it first. Okay, clearly lost by Montpellier. No clear grounding. Then Dragons player grounds the ball, so try's good.
Well, what a moment this is in a semi-final for the Dragons. As Ricky Riccatelli gets them moving at line-out time again to the front to Marco Tolenia, operating on that blind side flank this afternoon. There was communication from Andrew Brace toward...
Okay, that's 22.
He's pulled that one badly right across. Made up his mind when the call came from France to come and play in the top 14 after a brilliant season, final season in Super Rugby with the Blues.
Okay, and use it!
Bernard. It's not easy. Pressure is huge. Every point in a low-scoring game thus far, a low-scoring semi-final will count in the final analysis at the end of 80 minutes. It's been a really tight opening 40 here, and it's Montpellier who are in the ascendancy as they go into the sheds at half-time. It's Montpellier who lead the Dragons 13 points to 5 at half-time.
The Dragons want to stay in this game. They've got to score next.
That's what it's about in the rarefied air of a semi-final. Everyone wants to get to Bilbao. Popping the foot onto the accelerator. City of a race to the corner. That's enterprising from the Dragons here now. Can they be clinical and effective? Huge tackle coming in to stop De Beer in his tracks. Oh, that's... yeah, it's a yellow card. Straight to the pocket goes Andrew Brace. That was no attempt to gather the ball at all. Hugely cynical.
Set, square. And use it.
They'd love a penalty advantage here. They don't get one. Solid scrum from the Dragons, and now they've got to stay solid defensively. Rampaging Nucci, making the hard yards. Those post-contact meters. Ball is agonisingly slow for Bernardet. Brimming with frustration. Offside penalty against the Dragons here. This might be the semi-final in a snapshot. Bernardet with so many options, working that short side with Miotti. He's been threatening all afternoon. Bernardet likewise, and he gets there. And the scrum half gets over for what could prove to be a decisive score in this game, and Montpellier's passport to Bilbao.
He deserves his try. He's been niggling away at the Dragons all.
Nucci has tweaked a calf, it seems. Off he goes. Masapaki in his place. Oh, there's space there for the Dragons, and Owen goes in. And if you're going to climb a mountain, well, you've got to get to the foothills at least. And they're there at this moment in time. The Dragons, the clock, the enemy, the scoreboard will do them no favours, but they've got something. game management, and it's perhaps fitting that it's Bernadet so relieved to thump it off the park as Montpellier plan their route now to the final, and a tilt in Bilbao against Ulster. They have found a way to see it out against this Dragons side, who have come on leaps and bounds this season, but come up once again for the fourth time now, agonisingly short at the semi-final stage in the Challenge Cup. Montpellier win it by 18 points to 12 against the Dragons in France.